Mexico's president has suggested that the Organization of American States, a forum for political discussion and decision-making across the Americas, be dissolved. Now, he says it's left those in the South behind.
I recommend the OAS disappear. It serves for nothing. The only thing it's done is to support all the authoritarian actions against legitimate, legal, people's governments in Latin America.
Well, the grouping was founded back in 1948 and is headquartered in Washington, D.C. It's previously been criticized for excluding Cuba and requiring members to cut diplomatic ties with Havana. The OAS also invited US-backed Venezuelan opposition leader Juan Guaido to be the country's official delegation to the organization. Additionally, it's accused of interfering in Bolivia's 2019 presidential elections, leading to the resignation of the nation's first indigenous president, Evo Morales. It comes on the heels of Nicaragua leaving the OAS after the forum questioned the legitimacy of the recent re-election of the country's leader. And as states look for other options to cooperate, the South American regional organization UNASUR has seen Argentina recently return to the bloc and hold talks on a new common currency to be used in bilateral trade with Brazil. Well, earlier we spoke with Latin American Studies scholar at the City University of New York, Daniel Shaw, and he says the US political elites use institutions like the OAS to keep nations within Washington's orbit.
The Organization of American States has functioned as a tool of US power across South America and the Caribbean for far too long. The president of Mexico, López Obrador, has struck a new tone. He has become increasingly more militant, calling out these neo-colonial instruments that the U.S. has used across the hemisphere. When López Obrador talks about interest groups, he's talking about the oligarchs, the propertied classes across the hemisphere who have used instruments like the OAS, like the United Nations, like the IMF, like the World Bank, to keep countries historically like Bolivia, like Venezuela, like Nicaragua, in the U.S. sphere of influence. But what we've seen increasingly since Hugo Chávez's electoral victory in 1998 is that these countries have pushed back against the OAS and the U.S.'s neo-colonial agenda across the hemisphere.